Not moving for themselves. Another quiet friend. I'd like to congratulate you. You're not taking a photograph, are you?
Well,
Oh, I was on camera, so you're away. I'm actually new here, but my name's Roland Corrigan. I'm from the Property Services Unit in IDB. I'm standing in for the head, who's Jim Porter. And we're, as I say, we're all gathered here together to wish Frank all the best in his, hopefully it'll be a long and happy retirement, you know. And it's funny, just the past few days I was looking through Frank's personal file, because in IDB we keep personal files on employees as such, you know. And it's amazing to think what Frank has been involved in his last 13 years that he's been here. I probably don't know the half of it today. As you all know, Frank has served here in the park for 13 years, isn't it, Frank? Yeah. As a groundsman, caretaker, dare I say it, a very good handyman. Anything that you want, he could put his hand to. I mean, he's been a great asset from the point of view for all the tenants that we've got on the estate. I'm sure they'll all reiterate what I'm saying here. But as I was going through his file, it was interesting to see the types of things that he's been involved in, you know. First of all, about 13 years ago, he worked for Foreign Construction, as far as I know. And from that led to actually him working in IDB, taking him on here as a caretaker. And that was way back in 1986, is that right, Frank? Right. Since 1986, right up to date, as you would be aware, we would have a lot of inward investors which would come up and look at the park here. And Frank has been totally involved with that, getting the park, making sure the park has been in ship shape, and making sure grass is cut, making sure the pavers are all looking nice. He's done a tremendous job, you know, and really it's down to his dedication and determination that the park is as you see it today. You know, it's a tremendous parkland. If only IDB could get more tenants into it, it would be another matter, you know. But it's not for Frank trying his best and pulling out all the stops. He even has been involved. He's met so many dignitaries as such. Unfortunately, I believe last year we had the Prime Minister, Tony Blair, who actually came to this park. And of course, Frank unfortunately just missed out because he happened to be off on leave, I think that day. You know? So I'm sure Frank would have been able to, Tony Blair can tell a few stories as well, but I'm sure Frank would have been able to better some of those stories. But what I would like to really say, it's been a privilege to have Frank working for IDB as a groundsman up here. He works a lot of times outside hours. Anything that's going on in the park, if there's any bother that comes into the park, or we have boys coming in to do vandalism as such, Frank has always been on their tail, you know. So that shows dedication and enthusiasm, you know. And all I can say on behalf of all the IDB senior management, I would like to thank Frank for all his help that he's given himself and others. And also on behalf of the tenants here, I would like to thank Frank for all his work that he's done for them. So without further ado, if I could make a little small or a large presentation to Frank and hand him over a few wee goodies here, you know. I think we have a little bouquet here for his wife. Big moment.
Big moment for me. Well, this has been a very emotional day for me. Just been on this park here for a few years back. I honestly believed it belonged to me, not IDB. And as time went on, I found out that was wrong. The Sept, I think because it made me ill. Anyway, it has been great, working with all the establishment within this group of people here. And I want to thank everybody for making this great effort to come today, to make this a successful send-off. And I'm more than pleased to see so many of the companies been represented here today. And it's one thing I was very satisfied to see them here. And I welcome and thank them very much for coming. And for those who set up this group and all, thank you very much for your effort. And I must give a special thanks to Anne-Marie, because I've been involved with Anne-Marie since the technology park opened, and many is a dilemma I've been in, and I've been helped out of it. So Anne-Marie, thanks very much for your help over these years. There's a lot of other faces here I'm not as familiar with. I haven't worked with as long, like Alan Walsh and John Galt, Hugh and these people here, but most of them have been involved in some way.
Sorry, Frank, was that work?
And Seamus Anderson, my line manager now, I haven't been, a lot of years I've been with him, and he was firm but fair, let's put it that way. Thanks very much, Seamus, for your help too along the line.
Pleasure.
Thanks very much, one and all, for this send-off. Thank you. Right.
This way, yes, card.
Frank, open it up.
You are so tasty.
Frank, it's like Christmas all over again.
Huh?
It's like Christmas all over again.
Better. It's hard to do.
If you don't let it fall.
Well, you should put it on here. I'm not going
You're the top of that cake, right? The top of it.
Hey, Frank, I hope you've made a ticket. It's a cut over there. It's on the way.
Have you worked with Sharp Nation before?
Stephen, what did he generate?
I know I did that.
There's a wee name. Cut it back. Wait, I got my camera so I can take a photograph. I need to piss up a bit there.
They can take it. Especially big. But you get rid of that. Special trim.
You stole my camera. Somebody stole your camera.
Would you give a stick to?
Sorry?
Would you give a stick?
No.
Right, choose.
Right,